Hey, this is John. Welcome back to my Let's Play of Mechanical Mastery. So, in the last episode, we tried to make this blaze cake base and realized we didn't really have enough create power to add a deployer over here on either the 64 or 32 RPM speeds. We're simply out of power on those water wheels, which is fine. We just need more power. So there's lots of ways to get it. I set up a windmill to try and play with that, and it's weird, but it does work. So um, I went ahead and extended this platform and the one downstairs, and then I built this thing, this giant windmill. So yeah, I don't know how many cells are on there, but this thing will generate 3,072 stress units, which is almost twice what those 9 water wheels do. So we've got plenty of stress units, and none of them are being used right now. So I thought the windmill always spun at 1 RPM, but this windmill design spins at 6 RPMs. I don't know why. 6 is a weird number. But we end up with 96 RPM speed up here. So that's going to raise the deployer and not deployer, the mechanical presses stress units. It was going to be 512. Now it's going to be whatever 8 times 96 is, which I think is 768, but my math might be off on that. But I'm not ready to do that just yet. I think there are some other things from Create we should look into getting. And one of them is this guy, the rotation speed controller. This would allow me to set whatever speed I wanted all the time without all of these weird gear changes. So I could slow down the wheels and speed up these mixers and speed up these guys. There's a lot of things we could do with these. So I'd like to see about doing that. There is a mechanical motor which turns RF into create power, which maybe I'll get into, maybe I won't, I'm not really sure about that. But I'd like to get rid of these weird small into large cogwheel setups and hopefully get that better. So to do that, we're going to need to get some of these deployers, and I've never used any of them. I don't know how they work, but if we get some, this will let us create these precision mechanisms. And if I had those, then we would be able to build these rotation speed controllers. So that's what we're going to work towards on this episode. I upgraded my client hard to level 4. I hadn't actually used that much of my EMC, so I'm not really worried about it, but just, it'd be nice if he had more EMC. He's got 3.2 million when he's full, so I figured I have tons of EMC now. I haven't been playing, just idling that long, and I'm up to 450 million almost. So, wow, lots of EMC. This is like more than I have ever had by a factor of 20, maybe 30. All right, so let's see if we can get some of these deployers. Why do I keep de-doing that? We need some brass hands, some electron tubes, and some andesite casing. We need to get brass sheets for these. This is complicated because the only way to get brass sheets is from Create with the press. So I think we can use a belt for this. So we might be able to do that. We've got one press already. Why don't we see if we make a depot, if we can lay it out. So let's get a depot. And let's put it, I don't know, I need, for now, I just want these brass plates. So I'm not going to worry about too much about what it's doing. I just want it to go. So I need this guy to go right here. Okay. And we're going to need to rotate you. So where's my wrench? Okay. So I should be able to use a shaft and a gearbox to turn that. Do I have another gearbox? I do. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, he used 768 stress units, which is good and bad. Let's get some brass. I've got a stack. So let's just see what happens if I place you on there. Yeah, okay. So he should just bang these out until he's got 64 of these. And we will, eventually keep these in the system with some kind of automation. So I'll be back when he's done. I do like how it reduces the number of items on here to show you there is less things stacked together. So yeah, we're down to like 8 or so now. I think we've got pretty much all of them now. Yeah. And there we go. 64 brass sheets. So that's a start. Definitely a process I want to automate though. So we'll get that later on. We're going to need some more of this polished rose quartz. We can get that in a deployer once we get some of these brass hands. We don't have any yet, so we can't make them automated yet, but we will automate that as well. So I'll probably get one of those to polish rose quartz eventually too. So for now, I need like 3 of these guys. So I'm going to need like 3 of those. So let's get some diamond grit sandpaper, I think. Yeah, let's get this guy. And I've got one of these. Now let's get some rose quartz. And I'm just going to get 8 more for now. And same process as before. Just take your sandpaper, or in this case my diamond grit sandpaper, which was paper plus diamond dust. So I am keeping that in the system for one of those machines we have from Mechanism. I can't remember which one. Let's go get rid of the rain. The mechanical infuser. No, metallurgic infuser. Alright, so there we go. There's plenty more of that. So a deployer, I need 3 of these. I'm going to need 3 of those electron tubes. So let's get 2 more of those guys. There we go. Put the rose quartz away. And we need 3 brass hands. So let's put the plates away. 1, 2, 3 brass hands. Which will give us 3 deployers if we have enough andesite casing, which I don't know if we do. Oh. Yeah, there we go. Okay. So there's the 3 deployers I need to make this guy. I don't fully understand this process. And it says deploy. These look like depots. I don't know if they have to be depots. I feel like it could probably be a mechanical belt. And then we have this triple setup here. But I've never actually done anything like this from Create. So we're going to try that out. So let me take my sandpaper. Let's get some kind of conveyor belt going. So let's just put a shaft right here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Put another one right there. And we'll make a mechanical belt. Okay, so we're going to put you, and you. So deployer mode, use. Okay, we're gonna need some way of turning these. I'm thinking we can probably rotate them, and I would imagine that we could use the same shaft all the way along here. So if we had that plus a gearbox, would this work? it would. Okay, so all we have to do now is add to that. So we have to give a small cogwheel, a large cogwheel, and an iron nugget. So I've got the small cogwheel, I've got the large cogwheel. Let's get an iron nugget or two. Looks like iron boots and helmets need to get added to the system, as well as swords and shovels. Yeah, we'll have to do all of those. Alright, not worried about that right now. That's not what I wanted from you. How do I... How do I give you something to deploy? Ah, there we go. Okay, he's got two cogwheels, so we click it over there. And then you've got iron, I guess. Okay, so yeah, it's in his hand. He's got inventory. Okay, he can probably be, what's those things? Shoots. He could probably be shooted. Okay, so we're deploying this onto what? Gold plates? And it has to happen 5 times, and you only have an 80% chance of success. That's unfortunate, but it is what it is. We don't have any gold plates. Let's teach the system how to make those, and we'll get some gold plates. I don't know how many of these we'll need, but I want to be able to do this in an automated fashion if we can. So let's take this guy, teach the multi-servo press how to make gold plates. Okay, and then I would like to keep, I don't know, half a stack of these in stock at all times. So let's get this. Alright, so there's my gold plates. And my thought process is to chuck a gold plate on here and see what happens. Okay. So here's an incomplete precision mechanism. Okay. Alright, so you no longer have enough cogwheels to keep this going. We're going to need to get more cogwheels. Are all my shafts in here? Okay, we need more planks. Let's make a stack of those. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9. There we go. That's how many I can get right now. Alright, so let's put our cogwheels back in there. And let's try this. Okay. Alright. There we go. We now have our first precision mechanism. So I'm thinking we would need to deploy the plate on the conveyor belt, have them deploy these things, go into a chest, have the chest dump that back into here, and then it would either work or it would not. And I don't know, 80% success, I don't really know what that means, so I guess we'd have to make 2 every time just to probably guarantee it. That wouldn't be a guarantee, but we could maybe just deploy a bunch of plates and wait until we have, like, I don't know, 8 of these guys in the system. And that would be how I think I would probably automate this. So, okay, now we can make one of these. Do I have a brass casing? I bet I don't. Oh, I do. Okay, I now have a rotational speed controller. I don't know how this guy works either. He can push me. But we're going to try and figure this out. So, in theory, I shouldn't need any of these things anymore. So, Click and hold to edit. Okay. Interesting. Looks like he can go clockwise or counterclockwise too. That's kind of cool. Okay, so he needs a cogwheel. Okay. Well, it's not going to work like that, obviously. We could rotate him, but that won't work either. Okay, so I think I'm going to need a vertical gearbox. So, do I have another gearbox? Let's make one. And let's make him a vertical gearbox. This will change this. And then we could have this guy. And that would go into the other guy. Okay, so it'd be something like this. So, let's rotate him. No, that would not be how that would go. Alright. So, this is how it would go. Okay, so we now just have to... Okay, so this guy rotates slow, and then our speedometer, where'd that go? Yeah, we can now set this to whatever speed we want. Okay, yes, I love this. And, yeah, this is the... I think I made the windmill up high enough, too. This is the right thing that I wanted. Uh, I thought I could lower him one down, but I think I need him here to do this. Yeah. Alright, so that looks good. So all we have to do now is figure out how to transfer the energy back over here, which we could do with, I don't know, gearbox? Something like that. Maybe I could move him over one? I don't know. We could rotate this guy and go that way. That may be what I do. Let's rotate you. Alright, I think this looks right. This is how I want it to be set up. So we'll put the gear like that. So let's rotate him. Put the gear like that. And then we can take the shaft. I need more shafts. We can take the shaft over here. So let's go out from you. And then we just need, well, I guess we still need a gearbox to change this. Alright, it's fine, whatever. I'll think about this setup some and see if I can do better for that. One more, please. And I'm gonna need two of these, aren't I? And you're not what I wanted. I wanted the other guy. I wanted him. Okay, so gearbox to go like that, and then vertical gearbox to change that up. So let's make that. We're out of andesite casing. Well, we can now use our deployers to make andesite casing as well. We can use things like that. So we can automate that process as well. Let me get, let me see if that works. Let me get a log, and let's get some andesite casing. Now, how do you make you? It needs to be a stripped log. Okay, how do we get a stripped log? You can manually do it. You can, there's a sawing machine. Okay. A sawmill. That's, I don't know what that means. And yeah, I don't need that. Okay, so it probably has to be this guy, sorry, this guy, it probably has to be this sawing machine. So we'd have to make a sawing machine to saw them into stripped oak, and then we could deploy it. All right, that doesn't seem like it'd be too difficult. So for now, we'll just take these three, and I want to test it. So can I take stuff out of your hands? I think that we can. Yeah, click with an empty hand to get things back. Uh, yeah, the problem though is I'm trying to make this with this and I don't have anything. We'll do one manually so I can get it, and then I will figure out, I will try this the deployer way. So I need some andesite alloy. Let's get this. Okay. Now I can get another gearbox, which is here somewhere. One more, please. Thank you. And it needs to be vertical. Alright, so let's turn you back upstairs. Okay. Now you are going at what speed are you going at? I didn't fix you. Okay, I'm gonna go to 64. Alright, there we go. So there's this. So I'm gonna give you andesite alloy. And we will just chuck these logs on here. And now he is delaying this, but yeah, we can fix that. Okay, there we go. Andesite casing. All right, there's definitely some good automation tasks we can make with this. But I think that's wrapping up point for today's episode. Hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like and subscribe button. Come back and see us next time. We will probably do some more Create automation. Thanks for watching. See you then.